Hello, Ella Draper here, and welcome to the Secrets of Rejuvenation. Now, um, what I would like to start is to ask you a question. Do you really want to get old? And do you really want the process of aging affect your face the way it does the faces majority of people? Um, do you want to kind of go through this experience when your skin goes sort of lifeless and dull and wrinkles appearing, the face goes kind of all wrinkly, and the complexion dries out, kind of shrinks? Now, I mean, I don't kind of mention these things kind of from a negative point of view. It's just this is kind of the reality, and um, yeah, this is kind of like why I mentioned that is that I want you to find your own why you want to kind of like prevent this from happening, or reverse if it started kind of like the process of aging already started to take its toll over your kind of like body and face in particularly. And kind of this is, I think, is important kind of aspect, because different people have different kind of fears and anxiety about process of aging. And I think it's important to find your own why, because this this that would gonna motivate you to kind of move forward and progress in this. So, what is it? The fear of, or your self-esteem goes down and makes you upset, or the confidence, the confidence, that you don't feel so confident about your look, about yourself, and maybe kind of it affects your relationship in some way, or maybe you're single and kind of or separate or whatever, you want to get into a relationship and you're confident about um, whether you are as attractive as before. I mean, kind of look into it, and find your big why. And before I'm going to go further, I would like to make a statement here, and this is we used to believe, we used to think, and this is kind of deeply ingrained in our subconscious mind, that the process of aging is a must, is inevitable process, and we all kind of we have to go through it, and at some point die. And of course there's no question about that we're gonna go at some point, but I would like to challenge it. And um, through many years of researching and studying ancient practices, ancient sort of medicines and practices of rejuvenation and maintaining beauty and health, as well as looking into and studying and experimenting with many modern cutting edge techniques and achievements, um, and looking at other people experiences in this way too, I came to the conclusion that you don't really have to age. You can exist in your young beautiful body and have your young beautiful face for a long time. And there are ways to kind of deal with the process of aging. Now, but many years ago, as everybody else at that age, my own face also started to get affected by the process of aging, and I also was going through a kind of like some unpleasant experience of my life, separation and all this. So it was a very stressful period, and it did affect my face big time. And so it was all very kind of depressing, upsetting, and I looked into the mirror and thought, oh my gosh, it's happening. And but at some point I kind of like got myself together, and I knew that what I was doing with my body kind of like kept my body in a good condition. I thought that maybe there are things that could help me to to deal with the process of aging in regard to my face as well. But I, as everybody else, or many people, I looked around and what is available out there, kind of like first available things, and of course I looked into the Botox. At the time it was like very popular. It's still, I think, one of the most popular sort of anti-aging practices kind of available out there, and many women of my age were doing it. I think almost everybody who I knew of that age was doing this, and it didn't really attract me. And after doing some research, it just completely kind of freaked me out, the whole thing. You know, the chemicals being injected in your face, and those chemicals, basically the way they work, the mechanism behind is that they freeze the muscles, and they keep this kind of muscles in a frozen condition where muscles don't even move, they don't work out, and after the effect is worn out, the muscles get even more weak, even more slack, and the process of aging even speeds even more. Not to mention that those chemicals, they're accumulating in our internal organs, like liver, for example. The toxicity of it burden our liver, which doesn't help. It actually like helps to speed up the process of aging even further. And like recent studies show that the injection, the result of it is that up to 50% of the muscles turn into fat as well. So like, I'm not even mentioning the kind of the normal side effects of injections, like, you know, the swollenness and pain, permanent, like, well, consistent pain after that, and, you know, all kind of things unpleasant. And the other thing as well is quite a short-lived solution. You know, after 3-5 months, the effect is worn out, and as I said, muscles kind of getting weaker again, even more weaker as in comparison as they would otherwise if you didn't do it. So you're kind of entering here a vicious circle where you kind of like you need to get going to kind of keep this tightening effect happening. And not to mention that it's quite expensive procedure. It's like 300-400 per injection, and sometimes you need 2-3 different parts of your face at the same time, so it could be quite expensive. And when you repeat it after a while, it's kind of like it's really, I don't know, to my opinion, it's a waste of money, really. And there are other things as well. They're like fillers, you know, all the kind of like other kind of injections, and also, of course, there's facelift. I sort of experienced this like first-handed. I saw my mom did it at some point, and how painful it was, how swollen, and all this hematoma, you know, the bruises after that, and recovery period, and 2-3 years gone, and her face just started to kind of age as nothing happened, you know, like very, very quick. And it, like, after about 3-4 years, her face was like back to square one. And to go through the whole turmoil and all this incision and these scars and everything. And also, you know, like, you look at these forms of post-surgery, people who experience those unfavorable effects and unfavorable results of it, where, you know, women end up with these pixie ears, you know, elf-like ears, and one ear should sort of lower than the other, and the incision line swollen for a really long time. I don't know, it's just I don't know, this kind of thing didn't attract me at all, this ways. And now there are kind of milder things out there, like anti-wrinkle creams, and nowadays it's a like big kind of explosion, a lot of advertising about of anti-wrinkle creams, which are based on collagen stimulating collagen production. Now, what I would like to say about it, collagen is a kind of like a basic ingredient. If you know, if some of you don't know about it, collagen is a basic ingredient of the connective tissue structure. The connective tissue is a basic substance and connective tissues, they're enveloping our muscles. And it's a collagen is like a gel-like a substance which it provides like a cushion, like a substructure for our face. It makes our face look sort of plump and full, and give this kind of fresh and youthful look. And with time, as the time goes by, the collagen production sort of like declines, and that's how the complexion sort of dries out and then wrinkles appear. So it is important kind of part of it. But the thing is, uh, of course, there are also good anti sort of collagen stimulating creams out there. But one thing kind of is worth mentioning, that first of all, it's also kind of temporary. As long as you apply it, as long as you use it, it works. But then you stop using, and the fact kind of worn out very quickly. So the way my approach to it is that, isn't it better to stimulate your own internal collagen production with certain things and have this like long lasting result, and and keep going with that and keep collagen kind of supply at its top, and never get your complexion to dry out and all this stuff. So I would rather do something kind of like naturally and safe, and something which kind of at my hand, and I know I can come back to this to it any time, and I don't have to spend money, I don't have to go and buy anything, like I'm not dependent on anybody. I just I have this knowledge, I have this technique at my fingertips, and I can do it anytime. So wouldn't it be better to just move it a bit, to be in control of your face, of your beauty, without relying on anyone else in fixing it? And wouldn't it be better to have a safe and natural and super effective techniques at your fingertips, and get your face improved anytime, or keep it maintain your look at any time, without putting yourself at risk of those conventional anti-aging procedures and practices out there? And that's what I would love you to experience, and I would love to invite you to this webinar I'm doing, this live webinar I'm doing very shortly, and where I'm going to be showing, it's called actually 5 Secrets of Rejuvenation, where I kind of look at 5 major areas and my 5 major sort of incredible techniques and incredible aspects which we can kind of implement and start to improve our face very, very quickly. So before I'm going to go further and expand on this live training, this live session, what I would like also to kind of concentrate a little bit more on is that on something else, is that with aging, with kind of as time goes by, the muscles of our face, as the muscles on our whole body, get weaker and get slack and getting kind of floppy, and it's very similar to our face. There is no difference at all. If we want to put our body in shape, then we go to yoga studio, we go to gym, we go to do some kind of exercising to lift, to tone up, to work out our muscles, and to trim, to slim our body here and there. And there are, plenty of things to do it with, all kind of incredible methods. But the thing is, we're kind of missing this point when it kind of concerns our face, where we're using our muscles in a way, for our mimics, to express our emotions, to eat, whatever, to do all kind of things with it, and we tend to use certain muscles, and so some muscles getting a bit stronger, some muscles getting a bit weaker. So it's kind of disbalance created there as well, where that's kind of another reason why wrinkles appear here and there, like, you know, frowny sort of lines when we kind of like getting cross or getting angry. This is our kind of emotion. This is expression of our emotion when we do it too much, or concentrating, sitting in front of the computer too much, or just kind of the way we kind of like expressing our concentration create this frowny sort of lines, or what they call it. And you know, they've got smiley lines as well. And now, so coming back to the weakness of those muscles, so with the time we don't basically kind of do anything about it, and of course they're getting weaker. And so the kind of the logical way of sort of thinking here, we will be like, okay, well, why don't we work those muscles out? And this is this incredible technique I kind of came across at some point, and I started to utilize. And now what I call it face yoga, which is, being a yoga practitioner as well, I regard sort of yoga, just one of our body, as one of the superior exercises out of them, which can kind of like improve in incredibly increase the beauty and kind of like shape it up and restructure and kind of like reshape our body very quickly. And the same thing that this particular series does, I mean, it plenty of exercises, facial exercises out of them, and all kind of massages. But what I experienced with this particular series is that it's super fast, super effective, and it really works miracle. It certainly did to me. It did to many of my students and many women I know who are practicing that. In this coming webinar, so what I'm going to be basically concentrating, these 5 secrets, I'm going to be covering sort of like the internal kind of mechanism of our body, what we can stimulate, what we can kind of clear out of body to create this beautiful radiant glowing look. And what are the kind of killers of this look, what are the what it is which kind of creates this dull, lifeless complexion, what up in on the other hand, what promotes this kind of glowing, fresh and healthful look, and what can actually reverse this, what can clear our skin, what kind of clear our eyes, and smoothen our skin, and just kind of make our complexion plump and kind of fresh and full. So so I'm going to be looking at that. Some of the secrets will cover this part, and also I'm going to be teaching you the selection of the face yoga exercises, addressing the most common problems like frowny lines and smiley lines and horizontal lines, you know, kind of like distorting our forehead, and crow's feet, and also, you know, our neck. This is kind of the most fragile part of our sort of open part, you know, face. And this is the first one to betray our age, the first one to go, the first one to experience the aging process. So I'm going to be showing you incredible exercise for our neck as well. Now, and also I'm going to be talking about what are the incredible foods, the miraculous kind of foods for our skin, and also reveal to you a few sort of incredible techniques which have been kind of for ages there. They're going back to the centuries, as far back as the ancient Egypt, and being practiced by people like women, notorious women for their beauty and incredible skin, like Princess Cleopatra, for example. And those revered practices of skin rejuvenation, I'm gonna basically show it to you, and in detail, so you're gonna get all these incredible tools to start to improve your face. Now the question is, you probably are gonna be asking now yourself, I mean how much it is? I mean, it must be like extortionate. since it's been a lot of work put in there, a lot of experience, a lot of many years of practice and experience. Now, I could have actually charged quite a lot, which is like, is it worth a lot? It's worth a lot. All this experience and all this practice, even by yourself, if you go and look for it and search for it. So it's gonna be basically kind of ready decision for you, a solution for you, which is incredibly practical. You can implement it right away, and I don't want to charge a lot for it, because I simply would like you to experience the power of it and empower you to do something about your face right away, and help you to kind of like get your confidence back. And so I put the price right down because I really want you to experience that. And however, the place is going to be limited, simply because of the platform I'm using, and also yeah, coming back to price, it's it's not gonna even be a like I could easily kind of charge for it like just even like the price of one Botox injection, and I'm not gonna do that. It's not gonna be $400, not even $300, not even $200, not even $100. And for actually, it's not gonna be even $50. For $37, this is kind of I thought this is like very affordable to many people. And for the 10th of price of just normal regular Botox injection, I'm going to be doing this session. It's a live session, live training session, where you're going to be able to ask me questions, and yeah, I'm gonna go through all these things which I mentioned in detail, and I encourage you to get on that very quickly. As soon as you get email, or is going to be different ways to kind of sign up, so get on it with it, and get those incredible powerhouse of tools at your hands and start to improve your face right away. And yeah, don't waste your time. Don't go and kind of waste your time, money experimenting with your body. Don't put yourself at risk, and don't be one of those women at those forums, like, which is like, it's very kind of heartbreaking, to see how desperate and you know those people, those women are, hoping that find a new surgeon, and hoping that new surgery will fix their problems. It may not. So don't put yourself at risk. Don't kind of like be one of those women, and get rid of all this depression, and get the confidence back, get your self-esteem back, and give it a go. And I know some of you don't know me and haven't bought things from me, so for the peace of mind, I'm providing, I guarantee here, full 100% refund within 10 days after you attended the session. If you think you haven't got the value out of it, and or you invested time and money, and after you kind of looked at into it and started to implement it, if you haven't seen any difference, please, shoot me email. My emails out there. I'm easy reachable. It's ella88draper at gmail.com, or elladraper at ymail.com, or you can even call me. The number will be 44 for the UK, and then if you in the UK, then it's 0. If not, then disregard the 0, go 7766 695 175. I'm gonna put it in my email, and so don't worry, you're gonna have this information, so no problem, no question asked about it, so your money kind of saved there. And what else? Yeah, by the way, there are bonus as well. I'm gonna throw a few incredible bonuses there. They're gonna be ebook with quite detailed explanation and pictures them, complementing the live sessions, because is there so much I can cover by kind of talking and showing. So it's going to be complimentary ebook with extensive kind of like hands-on and kind of practical, all the kind of explanation, description, pictures. Then it's going to be audio file, which is you can kind of download it to your iPad and iPhone and smartphone and on your computer, and you can listen when you're on the go. So it's going to be kind of like the audio of the session, which you can come back to the techniques and description of the verbal description of the exercises and kind of like revise. Also there's going to be recording of the webinar, so you can come back and watch it anytime. Now, however, because of this incredible offer, this package kind of is normally is $97 dollars. This is regular price. So once you kind of like, but I put it down for a short period of time. So the webinar is gonna be, I think, maybe 2 sessions next week. So I'm gonna actually outline in the email how long. It's only gonna be probably 3 days maybe available, this offer for this price. So make sure, don't miss out. Look out for the email and get signed, get registered for it right away. And there's another actually incredible bonus, which is another kind of like part of it about aging, which is kind of stress. We all know that how stress kind of speeds up the process of aging. So it's going to be an incredible book, which is copyright free. Actually, it took me quite a while to actually come across this incredible book, and it's called the author is J.D. Vanstone, and it's called 10 Great Ways to Self-Esteem, and it's incredible. 15 pages only read, with all the practical information and exercises, fun exercises to kind of boost your self-esteem and to start to perceive yourself in different way, be more loving, and to kind of it shows how to learn to be your best friend and stop any procrastination and self sort of criticism going, and on the other hand, to kind of appreciate yourself and to encourage and to see how great you are. And it just basically kind of like a good starting point to create better, happier life, and kind of the way we look at ourselves and the way we perceive and expose ourselves. So it's an incredible book, and is also kind of, I just kind of would like to share this with you. So I'm really looking forward to see you at the live session. I wish you best of luck, and will be delighted to share what I know with you very soon. So bye bye for now, and